Apollo sent me another scooter today. I'm excited. This is the Apollo Explorer. I've got my old city here. I've almost 4,000 kilometers on that city. I just love it. It's so comfortable. So I've got really high expectations of the Explorer. All I'm gonna do right now is unbox it, show you how much work's involved in actually getting it ready to put out and ride around and test it. And immediately afterwards, I'm gonna take it out for a full review. One user manual, Allen keys. Well, this is going to be super simple to put together. It just looks like I'm going to pop the stem up, lock that into place, and then it looks like I'm just going to insert the handlebars into the stem. Comes with Allen keys and a charging brick. Something I always appreciate with Apollo is the quality control. There's the checklist. Somebody's gone through all this, and not just somebody. Looks like Violet Luo went through and checked off everything. Went through checking off the cosmetics, checking off the functions. Thanks very much, Violet. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is absolutely beautiful. That was so simple to put together. I mean, after putting together e-bikes, scooters are gonna be really simple, but the machining and how quality everything is on an Apollo just makes life so simple. There was no headaches whatsoever. I put the 6 screws in, super easy. We've got indicators, we've got lights underneath, we've got the headlight at the front, we've got the light bar at the front. I love these accents, these orangey red accents here. I mean, everything just looks so cool. And also the light on the back, on the fender at the back here. Next step, full review coming up, and you're not gonna have to wait for very long because it's gonna happen now. I'm outside. Thank you to Michael for being here and filming today. This Explorer I've had now for the last couple of days. I've been riding it around and putting it through its paces. It's kind of an interesting idea. It's 1,650 watts at the back. It's a 48 volt system, 13.5 amp hour battery in the base. It's got a really interesting handlebar, which I'll show you when we're riding around. I kind of like it. You know what? It's got a whole bunch of things. I love Apollo scooters. I mean, I know I'm a huge fanboy for Apollo, but they just keep getting better and better. They just keep making these small improvements every single time a new one comes out. Like, it's got so much going for it. So I'm gonna take it out for a spin. I'm gonna share with you what I like and what I don't like, whether or not it's big guy approved, whether or not it's gonna be good for big guys or big girls. And yeah, so far so good. I'm just gonna enjoy this beautiful day in Victoria. And Michael and I are gonna go scoot around now and catch up and share with you everything about the Apollo Explorer 2.0. I did want to cover off weight. Maximum capacity weight, I'm 265 pounds. This is max 265, so no problems for big guys in that regard. And it weighs about 60 pounds, so it's okay. It's not something you want to carry necessarily up and down a ton of stairs, but you can certainly get it into the back of a car. Let me just show you the quick release and folding mechanism. I'm going to shut it off before I do that. And there we go. Now they've got an interesting way of doing their folding mechanisms here. We've got a little thing in the base which you kind of pop up into the air, and this has got a little hook on it, and all you try and do is line up the hook with the hole, and now it's got a little safety catch so it won't fall out, and you can carry it around if you're a power lifter like me. Maybe you use 2 arms, I don't know, but it's manageable, right? Like if you've got a set of stairs, no problems whatsoever. And the nice thing is it's not gonna unhook. It's not gonna just fall apart on you. It feels really sturdy and solid. And putting it back together is just the opposite. Unhook. And I do like how Apollo has these clamps. They just feel so, and they've even got a locking mechanism on the side here as well. I just think all that is just so solid. With a stem, you just want to make sure you're safe, and you want to make sure it's not going to move on you, and it just feels rock solid. I'm a big guy, and this has had no flex whatsoever. It's just super comfortable, and I feel confident when I'm riding around on it. Anyway, we're going to move on here, and I'm going to share with you a couple other things about the braking systems, the regen systems, and all that coming up next. One of the things I absolutely love with Apollo scooters is the fact that not only in this case we have a brake with a manual brake here. This is a manual and it's a drum brake at the front of the scooter, but it also has regenerating brakes. So what I mean by that is it's allowing the motor itself to drag, if you like, and actually recharge the battery at the same time. I think the claim is 10% added range if you use the regen, which I think just makes so much sense. The reason why people love the regen isn't just that it's taking energy and putting it back into the battery. The reason why is it's so smooth. I mean, you would think that maybe it's the the handbrake would be one thing, but I just find the actual regen to be so smooth, and it makes the experience beautiful because right up top here you've got the regen on your left thumb and you've got the accelerator slash gas pedal, if you like, what have you, but the actual energy button on the right thumb. So I can go accelerate, brake, and it's super smooth. So, and that's, I guess, that's also what I'm thinking about here is these scooters are just so smooth. The regen braking is super smooth, but so is the acceleration. It's not one of these like jarring, like you press the accelerator and your arms get ripped out of the sockets. I've had a few of those in the past, and that's all down to the Mach technology in the actual controller itself. And I know Apollo are very, very proud about the technology on the Mach controller, but what I will share with you is that it is very, very, very smooth. So we're gonna continue on. We're not gonna run over anybody, I promise. And it's all good, it's all good. We try not to run people over. Although Michael almost got run over a few moments ago. It's one of those look left and right. Anywho, I'm just finding it super, super smooth. And you know what, while I'm here, let me talk to you a little bit about the suspension too. Suspension is super, super good. I'm going to show you what it looks like on camera, why it's so good, but it's really lovely. And in fact, to that end, I took it on this road here yesterday. It's possibly the worst road in all Victoria, and it's absolutely smooth. So what I'm going to do now is Michael's going to give it the gas or give it the beans, and we're going to go and we're going to find some pretty rough roads, and I'm going to show you how good it is. So it's the hill you don't see. It's the bump you miss. It's the pothole you just didn't even know was there. And this suspension is fantastic. It's just taking out all the bumps. That style of suspension at the front of the Apollo Explorer is delightful. Same at the back, super, super smooth. I absolutely love it. And you know what, while I'm here, let me just show you this lighting. The lighting is extraordinary. We've got lighting underneath on the base of the scooter, underneath the back there. We've got lighting up front here as well. We've got an extra little light here as well, which is really nice at nighttime. It's got indicators left and right. And even at the back of the scooter, I'll just flip it around. We've got, even on the actual mudguard itself, the fender, we've got the flashing light here as well. So they've really outdone themselves, I think, here with all the lighting. Even the display itself, which is really simple to see, which is this dot style display. Here I am on 0. I'm now level 1, level 2, and level 3. And they've also got a crazy setting. They call it Ludo. And you can see now it should say Ludo. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Ludo. And now we're on Ludo setting, which basically means everything's maxed out. I got maximum acceleration and maximum top speed. So if you want that extra top speed, you can do that. And I gotta tell you, the app, it's lovely because with the app itself, you can dial in every one of those settings. So I played around yesterday. I got I got my level 1 setting exactly right all the way through. I don't ride around in Ludo typically. I'm sort of more of a chill, relaxed style rider. I'm not going for top speed all the time. I mean, I know the top speed on this is about 40 kilometers an hour. I have no doubts it will hit it. I've been riding around. I typically like to ride between about 25 and 32 kilometers an hour, which is, like 15 to 20 miles per hour. And it's absolutely delightful for that. But every one of those inside the app, you can actually dial it in exactly the way you want. And if you happen to have a quad lock phone, it's got a quad lock right on here, which means that if you don't like this display, you can use the phone, your own phone, as the display, do the maps and everything right on there, which is a lovely, lovely addition. I just happen to know where I'm going, so I don't need that.
The Hill of Death.
A few moments later.
All right, brass tacks time. What do I like and what don't I like about this beautiful scooter, the Apollo Explorer 2.0? It's a hard one because I actually literally had to think about this for quite a while to figure out what I don't actually like about the scooter. And I can safely say there's nothing I don't like about it. I think there's one caveat. I am 185 centimeters tall, so that's 6 feet tall in normal speak. And I find that the handlebar height, which is, I think, about 39 inches. I don't know what that is in metric. Oh no, I guess from the deck it's about, say, 40 inches. And I think, and I'll double check this and I'll put this in my show notes down below, I'm used to riding around on an Apollo City or an Apollo Go, and I think both of those are like 2 or 3 inches higher up. The stem is slightly higher. So what I find when I'm riding around is that I'm having no problems being up here and it's fine, but I feel like if I was taller, if I was 6'1", 6'2", or 6'3", my feeling is that it might be feeling a little low. So you might want to check it out if you're super tall. If you're 6'3", 6'4", I would say probably look at trying one out before you were buying one. What do I like about it? Well, there are so many things. Let me start off in a funny little thing, and that happens to be to do with the indicator. Now, the indicator, you can set it up in the app, which I love the app. The app is fantastic. It's going to shut off after whatever number you decide on. I have it set for the default, which I think was 7, and it just automatically shuts off. That's terrific. But on other electric scooters from Apollo in the past, when you've got it in cruise control, which I don't know if I mentioned that it has cruise control. Again, I love cruise control. You ride along in cruise control. If I put the indicator on, let's say I'm turning right and I'm going slowly, maybe I'm cruising along at 20 kilometers an hour, just nice and easy. It used to shut off the cruise control, which used to irritate me. And that happens on all of the scooters I've got. I've got it on the City, I've got it on the Go, and this doesn't, which I think is terrific. It was just like, just another little, let's improve this year after year after year. I remember the very first time I tried an Apollo scooter and I was like, this is an impressive scooter. And every single time it just keeps getting better and better. So a quick recap, plenty of power at the back, 1650 watts peak. It was fantastic. I love this little handle at the back here. It allows me to put my hand inside for lifting it up and picking it up. Weighing in at about 60 pounds. No problems at all for moving around. The suspension, dual coil at the back, one coil at the front. This type of suspension is designed and beautiful and lovely for taking out the bumps that you see and the bumps that you don't see, which, as I mentioned earlier, is super important. It's so smooth. I love the fact that we have a backup of having a drum brake at the front here as well, but the regen braking is so smooth. If you've ever had regen braking on an electric scooter, I just love it. And then the other thing, of course, I absolutely love with this is the lighting. The light bar at the front, let me just turn it on here. The lighting I just turned on, made sure we've got the bar at the front is super bright and light. I just feel like when I'm riding around, especially in the evenings, it's gonna make a big difference. The actual light up here as well, which is super easy just to turn on and off, I like that as well. It's a projected light. It gives me a little bit of extra visibility. The underlight at the front, underneath is lovely as well. I think that's more of an aesthetically nice thing to have. And then of course at the back, the brake light at the back, which on the fender here is lovely. And every time I hit the brake, it flashes as well. So I love it. I just think this is absolutely delightful and absolutely lovely. It looks nice, it rides beautifully, it's so smooth, and it's 100% big guy approved. Love the Apollo Explorer 2.0.
Big guy approved.